What's up, guys? It's Brent here. I wanted to make a real quick video because I had an experience yesterday that not only taught me some really important things, but I think some other people might go through it, and I think it's an important topic to talk about. So I went to jail last night. I got arrested on a DUI because the officer thought by his judgment that I was intoxicated. I wasn't. I blew a .06. I had gone out with some friends. It was late. I had been up since 6 in the morning. It was, almost 3 in the morning. My friends were supposed to get there at 10. They didn't get there till 12. You know how it is. But I had stopped drinking. I had one drink with my friends. And that was right when they had gotten there. And anyway, long story short, I ended up going into jail. So I had to deal with that. And this is my experience with it. Well, first, they didn't know, right? I didn't tell them I was trans, but then I had to go to the bathroom. So when I got to I had to go to the bathroom before I was even arrested. So when I had to go to the when I got to the station, I had to use the bathroom, and I can't pee standing up, obviously. So the officer was pretty much like, I tried to tell him I'd take a shit, but he wouldn't let me do that. He's like, how's it gonna take too long? So, anyway, so, sorry, I babble way too much. So, that's how we found out my situation down below. That's how I had to tell him I was trans, because he was pretty much going to uncuff one of my hands. He was asking me what hand I use. He's pretty much going to uncuff one hand so I could use, the hand I would use. But I can't do that. So, I told them, and it was interesting. They had to mark me as female. Now they said, because I told them, I said, look, my driver's license, my social security card, my birth certificate, everything is male. I don't know why you have to mark me as female. They're saying for booking purposes, because I did not have lower surgery, they cannot book me with men, and because of that, they have to mark me as female. With that said, I did, when I did tell them I have all these things documented, and I said maybe they, needed more education, it was explained to me like that. I can understand that because, that's, I guess, the way it has to be. But, at the same time, it's a difficult situation to be in. So, pretty much, they're polite with me. I got asked some questions like, I don't know. Well, one lady was saying she didn't understand what transgender meant, and so I explained that to her. She seemed polite. Everyone seemed polite. Nobody was disrespectful. I got asked, several times if I had all the surgery, and I guess I could just say that's none of your business. I just answered their questions. If you're polite about things, and they were, then, whatever. I don't know. It's like they needed to know. I just wanted to get out of there. So, whatever information they need to know to do their job. And I feel like really, they were really, truly trying to do their job. But whatever the case, I want to share that experience. Other interactions, well, they were going to have me do a pee test. They wanted my pee to see if I was pregnant. Like, I had a hysterectomy in 2011, for one. Okay, for two, like, I'm not even going to go there. But yeah, but then they took it back. Then the guy ended up coming back. It was the medical guy, and he ended up coming back. He was saying, I don't know, women on birth control. He had women on, like, the Depi shot or whatever, and that the doctors that you can get pregnant apparently on the Depi shot. So he had women who did not think they were pregnant ended up being pregnant. So, I don't know, like, everything was explained. That's another thing. They were polite. They explained themselves when asking these questions. And to me, if you're polite, if you're explaining like that, that seems respectful. Maybe you're just curious. Maybe I can educate you in some way. I don't think most people mean harm. You know, and you can tell if someone's being disrespectful. So, and I told, like, the first lady who asked me, she's like, so how long ago did you transition? Like, she's about to check, she's, you know, the first lady I deal with in the booking, and I'm like, I don't really see how that's relevant to anything. And she's like, well, she's like, sorry, I'm just, you know, she said she was just curious and she didn't really even know what transgender meant. So I took that opportunity to educate. You know, it was what it was. I was in there for 8 hours. I was out. I'm never going to have to deal with these people again. And maybe I did educate in some ways. But that's the situation with the paperwork. I don't know. Tell me your thoughts on that. You know, it is a job. There are rules set up. And that's, you know, that's the way it is. So, other than that, like I said, you know, you're going to deal with people probably in your life who are gonna, you know, be disrespectful or be curious, and you just gotta do your own take on it, call your own shots on how you want to handle that situation. But you know, at the Tampa Police Department, I'll give them 2 thumbs up. You know, it wasn't a terrible experience. They weren't disrespectful, so they seem, you know, when I told the one lady, you know, when she was telling me, because it was marked as female, and I was like, whoa, because they're like, is all this correct? They were showing me on the computer screen, and I'm like, well, I'm not female. I said, look, it's not on my driver's license, it's not on my birth certificate. I said all that, and you know, so she explained things to me, but you know, she seemed polite, eye contact the whole time, and just, you know, they seem respectful. They seem like they're trying. They really seemed like, rolling gun? No. They seemed like they were trying. So, you know, at the end of the day, the thing is, people who are not transgender do not fully understand transition, which is why I feel, at least, a lot of times I get told, and I know other people get told, oh, you look good. Like, even this one lady, when she was explaining it, she's like, yeah, we had to do it with this one woman who came in here, and she's like, and she was beautiful. She looked so feminine and all this stuff, and she was describing, she's like, but we had to do the same thing with her, you know, for safety reasons. And, but that's just, you know, I guess how their system is. But anyway, my point is, all in all, it wasn't a terrible experience. So leave your thoughts below. And yeah, like the video if you like the video. Sub if you want to sub. And I'll see you guys when I see you guys. Oh yeah, check out that fresh part while it lasts.